what you've got going on with the internet is it's basically like an earthquake where the epicenter is Silicon Valley. And it's shaking up the whole world.
There was this incredible internet boom going on in Silicon Valley in the late 90s. It felt there was sort of this open frontier, open gold rush.
There were tons of people in tech in the late 90s who were basically trying to do the exact same thing, who saw the internet and saw money and thought, you know, naturally, there's going to be a way to move money on the internet.
We eventually stumbled on this idea of linking money with email. I was very interested in the cryptocurrency. Could there be new forms of money?
What we're going to do is transform the traditional banking industry.
Elon Musk and a young hedge fund manager, Peter Thiel, were running similar startup companies. They wanted to find a way for people to transfer money without using banks. A dream that would come to fruition a decade later as cryptocurrency. Instead of competing, they merged and formed PayPal. Peter Thiel recruited an old friend, David Sachs, to help him run it.
I got a call from Peter in 1999, and he told me about this company he was creating, and that company went on to become PayPal, and he recruited me to be the COO.
David Sachs, Elon Musk, and Peter Thiel would go on to become three of the most important figures in the tech industry. They had really big plans.
We had this user counter that would track the user growth. We called it the World Domination Index. So on a certain level, we kind of, thought it was taking over the world.
We started with 24 people in our office. Those were the first 24 customers. And they sent money to friends and to other people, and it just grew exponentially.
Thiel, like many in Silicon Valley, is a libertarian. He's someone who believes that essentially businesses should be left alone, that regulations are a bad thing.
We had all these ideas about, getting rid of central banks. We were going to use technology to change the whole world and basically overturn the monetary system of the world.
Thiel, very early on, was talking about the very extreme libertarian implications of this company. The idea that if you have a digital bank account and you can send digital currency to another person, you have essentially the equivalent of an untraceable financial system, a system that's outside of the controls that governments impose on capital. He said, we're going to give people a Swiss bank account in every pocket.
PayPal quickly became popular with criminals and money launderers. The regulators were worried, but it didn't stand in the way of PayPal going viral. By 2001, it had nearly 13 million users.
The politicians didn't like us, but if we got the PayPal network to be big enough, it would sort of overwhelm the regulators. The way I often thought of it at the time was that we were in a race between technology and politics.
Thiel's a big chess player. At Stanford, he started this chess team, and they would go to tournaments. Spring of 1988, they're driving south from Palo Alto. It's a really windy road, and Thiel is at the wheel, driving like a maniac, pedal to the metal, in a way that, starts to scare his classmates, the passengers. Unsurprisingly, lights come on, he gets pulled over by a police officer. Cop comes over, Thiel unrolls the window, and he starts to explain how essentially, speeding tickets are unconstitutional and that he does not recognize this as like a legal process, and eventually gets let off the hook with a warning. Said the thing that was surprising was not the getting off. What was surprising was the fact that he just started speeding again, right? That he just didn't care. It actually gets to like the core of his ideology, that the rules set by governments not only can be avoided, but should be avoided.
Peter Thiel has said this story is exaggerated.